Hello, children. Are you ready for some cutting up and kikiing? Are you ready for a gay old time? Well, I hope you are, because now it's time for Hey Qween with your host, Jonny McGovern.
Hey Qween, come on and spill the tea. Hey Qween, it's just a good old-fashioned kiki. Hey Qween, we're cutting up with Jonny. Hey, 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 hey Qween.
Yes! Hello, my little gay babies, and welcome to the legendary season finale of Hey Qween! Yes! With me, your host, Mr. Jonny McGovern. Ooh, we got a show for you today. We have another winner with us today, babies. The one, the only Tyra Sanchez, the other Tyra, is here today. Yes, honey, yes. And I'm excited to get all the tea from her nose, honey. Just the tea. It's gonna be fun. But before we bring her out, there's another beautiful angel I have to introduce. She's turned it harder than a record player at Prince's house. She reads more bitches than a woman studies major, and she's cruised more thugs than a cop in South Central. It's Miss Lady Red Couture! Yay! Hey, Qween.
Hey, Qween.
Oh, hey, Qween.
How are you?
I'm good, but not as good as your outfit.
Baby, it's an extravaganza.
It is.
Right?
All
Yes.
the holidays are on you today.
I mean, they just threw up all over me, and I just regurgitated this.
Oh, wonderful.
Right?
It's like Christmas, Kwanzaa, Easter. And then you robbed some poor children for their wrapping paper, their presents, and made it a beautiful wig.
They gave it to me.
Wow, they gave it to you.
Not
And
really.
I especially like your little tiara.
Oh, yes, because, you know, I'm like a ghetto-type pageant girl.
Ghetto type pageant?
Yeah, so I never wear the crown right. I always wear it hanging.
Hanging to the side.
What's up?
What's up, player?
What's up?
What's up,
You
bud?
good?
You good?
You good?
I'm just wearing my Christmas tree wrapping wig. No big deal, player.
Let me whisper to you.
Oh, watch out, the thug whisperer is among us.
Oh, yes. You already know. You already know.
It is the season finale, Lady Red.
I'm so excited.
You're so sleepy, you mean?
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Oh, we did it. We made it with so many episodes.
Yes.
How many episodes this year, Walter?
75. Oh, this year, 25.
70 feels like we did 75 episodes. 25 episodes. Hallelujah. Thank you, gay Jesus.
Okay, that's a lot.
We made it through.
Yes.
Also, we got a big show,
God.
big season finale.
Yes.
We have the season 2 winner of RuPaul's Drag Race, the ever controversial Miss Tyra Sanchez. Yes. We got a lot to catch up on with Miss Tyra.
Yeah.
I've been like, where's Tyra? Where is Tyra? And now we know where she is. She's right in the Hey Qween studio. We're going to spill all the tea with Tyra right after this very gay break.
Hey Qween.
Hey Qween. Yo, wait, what am I wearing? Yes, I'm wearing the official Hey Qween t-shirt, now available at heyqween.com. Yes. Oh, wait a second. There's a supermodel, and she's also wearing one of our new shirts. Bam! Look at her! Lady Red, I love your look at her t-shirt. Available at heyqween.com.
Yes. You better get it. Get them while they're hot, honey.
We also have Hey Qween,
Yes.
a cutting up in Kiki, a whole bunch of other fun designs, all available at heyqween.com for a reasonable price. So click, and buy your Hey Qween. Look at her, hot Gwen, cutting up in Kiki, hello children, all the fun things you love about Hey Qween available on t-shirts for you to wear and rep yo Hey Qween homies.
Go get them nails, kid.
Yeah, honey, yeah.
Hey, 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 Qween.
She's the other Tyra, and she's the winner, baby, of season 2 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Here in the studio, and more beautiful than ever, it's Miss Tyra Sanchez. Yeah! Hey, Qween.
Hi.
Hi, Tyra. Tyra, don't be nervous.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to be. I'm trying.
We'll just breathe in and breathe out.
Got it.
It's going to be just as relaxed as you and Tatiana in wedding gowns on season 2 of RuPaul's Drag Race. So if you can get through that, you can definitely get through this. Hello, darling. You look gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tyra, why do I feel like you've been missing in action?
I probably have. I've been
been MIA? Is it because I've been wondering, like we've been talking about all the different contestants, all the different seasons, and we saw you at DragCon, but only from far away. A beautiful lady in the distance. We're like, is that Tyra? That's Tyra. Should we go talk to her? I don't know. Maybe she'll get mad at us. So we kept seeing you like, there she is. She's there. But I feel like you've been kind of MIA for the last couple years. After you won and you were on Drag U, you were in the Out 100. You were doing a lot of stuff. And we heard in about 2012 about the start of Drag Dad, your documentary that you're making, and then kind of dipped out for a second. Where has she been hiding?
I've been at home taking care of my son, getting everything in order with him.
Ah.
So I had to take some time off just to cater to him.
And how old is your son? And what is your son's name again?
My son's name is Jeremiah, and he is 10 years old.
10, no wonder you didn't take some time off, Tyra.
Yeah.
I was always imagining your son was, because I'm still imagining that it was 6 years ago or whatever it was from RuPaul's Drag Race that your son was still like 3 or 4, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
You got a fully grown person with questions and tantrums and needs and things, like managing a 10-year-old is no joke.
No, it isn't. It isn't at all. Hard work, but it's fun and it's life, so.
I mean, so when did you take a step back? Did you say like, all right, putting on my makeup be taking too much time. I need to make lunch. I need to get this kid to school. Did you say I got to put drag on the back burner for a while?
Along with, yes, it was that. It was just staying home, being able to be there when he gets out of school, being there for homework, being there to get up in the morning. I would still perform locally, but I wouldn't travel as much.
So that's what it was. Lady Red, we were right. We were like, now how's Tyra making her damn money? Because she must have a home club that she's at every week. And where are you living right now?
Right now, I'm located in Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
But I don't have a home club there.
Oh.
There's various clubs like the Parliament House or Pulse nightclub that I would perform at every now and then. But other than that, that's it.
And you got that season 2 that you still got that cachet as the winner, so you can ask for the bigger money.
Yes.
So you can only do a couple gigs a month and still manage to keep your business going.
Correct.
That's good. That's very good. Well, let's go all the way back. Let's go all the way back first. Now, things have not been, you haven't had it easy, Tyra. You won RuPaul's Drag Race, but you've had it tough since you were a kid. Now, you were born like, just sort of like the beginning of Supermodel of the World. You was born a little black girl in the projects of Gainesville, Florida.
Correct. Correct. I was born in Gainesville back in '88. We lived there for probably 4 months. And then we relocated to Orlando, where I grew up we moved around a lot in Orlando, but it wasn't like we moved from one nice place to another nice place. It was from one project to another project, to where we finally got stationed when I got to maybe 6th grade on a street called Mercy Drive, but it was nicknamed Murder Drive. And there were thugs out, drug dealers, all that kind of stuff, so I dealt with that stuff every day. I actually saw someone get shot on our front porch.
Damn.
Or near our front porch.
And how old were you then?
I was probably 12 or 13 years old. And a little feminine kid in the neighborhood. Of course, I got bullied a lot, picked on a lot, stuff like that. But I dealt with it.
You did, and then you're 12, 13, you see somebody get shot, and then at 15, you're homeless. How did that happen?
I became homeless. I was sort of a rebellious teenager.
I would have never guessed, Tyra. I would have never guessed.
And finally, my mom, at one point, she just got rid of all her kids. So I went to stay with my dad, and my dad was military, so he's very strict, disciplined a lot. And we always bumped heads. And my dad's even, he's gay as well. And finally he just had enough and he was like, you gotta go. And so I was living in a hotel for about 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I met friends and crashed on people's floors and did what I had to do.
So your dad is gay too?
Correct.
So coming out wasn't part of the problem, it was your bad attitude?
Well, actually, I wasn't coming out because I was straight. I didn't.
All right, you were, as we will learn later in the story, you were still doing it with the ladies because
Yes.
someone very special was born from that.
Correct.
So your dad is in the military and gay. That's about to be a very interesting experience.
Yeah. And then my dad was like one of the bougie gays that like toots their nose up at everyone.
Okay.
So it was like hard dealing with that and his attitude and all the strictness that he had, but whatever.
But what's your relationship like with him now?
With my dad now, I don't speak to my dad at all. I haven't seen my dad in probably like 4 years now.
Wow.
So, but I know he asks about me, like when I talk to my sisters, they're like, Dad asks about you or whatever. I'm like, oh, tell him I say hi.
Wow. Hardcore.
Yeah.
Lady Red, y'all two have a lot in common. Some serious hardcore bitches. Don't let nothing keep you down.
I mean, it is what it is, right?
It is what it is. So you're 15, you're homeless, you start living with friends, you're still fucking ladies, and then you have a girlfriend at the time, right? Or what was going on there with you as a teenager? You're having sex with ladies, you're having sex with men?
I didn't have sex with a guy until after graduation.
Okay, so you were keeping it inside.
Yeah, I used to like skip school sometimes to go have sex with girls and stuff like that. But I had a girlfriend who I really loved, and then we broke up. And then I met Jeremiah's mom, which is kind of crazy because I fell in love with her the moment I saw her. I couldn't tell if she was a guy or a girl, but I knew that I liked what I saw. And
why couldn't you tell she was a guy or a girl? Because she's a very androgynous girl?
Yes.
So you were like, well, I'm keeping these male feelings inside. I'm going to get with this real butch lady. And that's going to be good enough.
Yes,
Okay.
That's exactly what I thought.
Oh, Tyra, I'm getting inside your head when we just started the interview. It's very interesting. So you broke up with your longtime girlfriend. You get with her. I'm sorry, what's her name again?
Her name is Tanithia.
Tanithia. And so then she gets pregnant.
Correct. After we were together for 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And was that was an accidental pregnancy, I'm guessing?
I'm guessing it was an accidental pregnancy. I mean, we used protection, but obviously it didn't work.
Oh my goodness.
Or something was wrong with the condom or whatever, but.
So where were you at in your head when that happened? She's like, by the way, I'm pregnant.
We were just coming from a high school event. It was a step show. I was on a step team. She was telling me that, I'm late, something's wrong. So we tested it. She was pregnant. I was like, okay, well, we got to do what we got to do. Like, we can't, kill the baby. But we did what we had to do, took care of him. I took care of her. I worked 2 jobs in high school and just make sure she was okay and the baby was okay.
So you were living with friends. You were now a teen dad, working 2 jobs at Foot Locker and John
Actually,
Juice?
I worked at Universal Studios and Crystal Burger. I would work at Crystal Burger overnight.
Wow.
And then I would have 3 hours at school and then I would do Universal during the day.
Tyra, that's some hardcore shit.
Yeah.
That is some hard. Now I'm starting to get into this now because we're leading up to the time when you get on Drag Race, where we met you as this bitch. I was like, what? And suddenly it's all becoming clear. You were going through some serious shit before then. You had a lot of armor and walls up to protect yourself. So you're a teen dad. You're still working 2 jobs. You're trying to finish high school. And then where does your gay coming out happen? And then where does drag start to come into it?
My gay coming out, graduation night.
Oh, right away. Was that on your checklist? You're like,
it was,
and I graduated, I have a baby, and now I'm going to suck a dick. I think I'm right, Lady Red. I think there was a list that we're not knowing about with Tyra.
It wasn't like that at all. Me and Jeremiah's mom had broke up the January before graduation, and so I was single. And then graduation night, my best friend was like, "Hey, come to the hotel. We're having a party." When I got there, and I didn't know that my best friend was gay at the time.
Wow.
So I got there, and he was with his boyfriend, and then there was another guy that had graduated before us there as well, and he was with his boyfriend. And all three of us were friends, and then their boyfriends were friends as well. And they had another friend, and they were like, "You go sit by him." And that's how it started.
And they knew, did they know you were gay? You didn't know they were gay? Until you get to the hotel and you're like, "Hey, Qween."
Correct. I was like, what's going on? And I mean, I wasn't gay at the time. And then, I mean, I hadn't experienced being gay until that time.
Right.
And then I had thoughts of it. So I was like, okay, well, whatever, let's try it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And obviously you liked it.
Yes.
Okay. You're like, sometimes that happens. It's not until you actually have sex with other guys. You're like, this is right.
But I didn't have sex that night.
You didn't?
I had just met the
Let's get into
guy.
it, Tyra. Tell me all about it. I don't know, Tyra.
I had just met him, but I did kiss him that night. We did cuddle and watch TV and stuff. And instantly we became like boyfriends.
Okay.
And then so that whole summer after graduation, it was me and my two best friends and him and his two best friends, and it was just like party time.
The gay summer of a lifetime at Parliament House, killing it, rocking it out. And your dad being like, "Hey, Qween, I saw you at Parliament House." When did you start doing drag, and then when did your dad first see you in drag?
I started doing drag November 17th, 2007.
Okay.
And
when was the summer of your gay explosion?
it was summer of 2006.
Okay, so you had about a year of being gay, and then suddenly you were like,
Yes.
just,
Well,
I am very beautiful. Oh, bitch, I look amazing. Is that what happened?
yes.
They were like, "Bitch, you pretty. Let's put you in some makeup."
That's what happened. People kept saying you would be really nice in makeup. And as a kid, I thought that drag queens were drag queens all day, every day, until I actually saw that you can be a guy during the day and then be drag at night. And I was like, okay, well, then maybe I will try it.
Right.
So I tried it. And I liked it.
You liked it?
I liked it. And I mean, I felt pretty. I felt like it was an escape from my life. And so I stuck to it.
So you started learning about drag, all the while still working at Crystal Burger and Universal Studios and doing drag and being a dad?
Yes.
Tyra, you were busy. You were very busy.
Yeah.
So then what year was Drag Race did you apply for the first season or you didn't do that?
I didn't apply the first year. I didn't know about it the first year until after the
Because you didn't have cable.
Yeah, I did.
You didn't have cable. You were a single dad living at your friend's house, and you didn't have logo. They didn't have the variety gender pack, and the hotel you were staying at Tyra, no. So
No, I didn't have cable at the time, but my drag mother did. And so I was at her house. Actually, the first time I saw Drag Race, I was at the Gathering Center in Orlando, Florida, where all the gays went to like get tested and stuff like that. And I was on the couch watching the TV, and it came on. At this point, it was on VH1.
Right.
When I first saw it, it was after it had aired.
Oh, right, because they aired it on Logo, and then it started to get popular because they replayed the whole first season on VH1. I remember that, yeah.
And so one of the staff members said, you should try out for that. And I was like, yeah, I don't think I would get it. But and then eventually I saw that they were doing a second season. So I was like, okay, well, let's give it a try. So I did the online thing, and the votes weren't going anywhere. And I'm like, And then they opened it up to where you can send in a video. And so I applied for that. I just did out the application. And literally the next day, they were like, we need a video from you immediately.
Wow.
And so I went, I didn't have a home then. So I went to my friend's house with all of my drag. I put it all in their closet to make it look like this is my house. And this,
wow.
This is where I live.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And just did the video and
what was that first video? It was like a closet tour?
Yes. It was
you're like, this is my closet.
I told them, this is my bedroom, and this is my closet. This is where I do my makeup, stuff like that.
Secrets revealed. It was all lies, RuPaul. It was all get a crowd back.
I had to fake it till I made it.
You did have to fake it till you made it. So you sent that in, and then you found out you're on it. And since you hadn't seen the show that much, were you kind of like, guess I'll go do this?
Well, once I found out that I was close to like making it on, I started watching this. Like I would literally watch it over and over every day. so that I would know like, okay, how to behave and what to look for and stuff like that. And then finally I got the call, and like literally the day before I got the call, I was on my drag mother's floor. That's where I was living. And I was crying, like I was like really ready to like just give up and give in on everything. And I was like, I just pray that something happens because I can't take anymore.
Right.
And the next day they called and I was like, oh, yes.
You're like, I did.
Yeah.
And now the Thunderdome Experience begins. Little did you know it would be such a dramatic, crazy situation. So you fly there, you get there. Were you guys being sequestered at that time?
Yes.
So you didn't get to talk to anybody. What was that first couple days there like? You're going from this crazy existence where you're a dad and working all these jobs and starting in drag, and suddenly you're on a TV show and RuPaul's right over there, looking at that season, very misty and beautiful and soft.
Yes. That first weekend for me was heaven to me. It was my first time ever flying on a plane, so that was exciting. Then to get to the hotel, they took our phones, they took everything from us that could connect us to the outside world.
Right.
So I didn't have anyone bothering me or anything like that. But also I couldn't like reach out to my family, but I was able to just relax. I had a bed, I was in a hotel room with cable TV.
Right. So you were like, this is the shit.
Yes. And they gave us food, we were good, so like I didn't have to worry about anything. Actually, when I went there, I had, I think about $6 or $7 in my pocket.
Wow.
And we get there, they gave us a check the first day. I'm like, yes, this is nice. And so I just stayed in the room and hung out. And
Wow. And so now, hearing your backstory, we kind of know why we met Tyra, who was like a stone cold killer, like no reaction at all. I've been watching clips, Tyra. There was a lot of staring forward and people going off on you, and you were like. That's why you didn't hear me correctly. Because you had to work hard to get where you were. What was your mindset when you started to really get into the competition?
it was, don't worry about anyone here. I'm not here to make friends.
Right.
And
Literally, you're not here to make friends. You're like, I'm happy to be in a hotel with
Yeah.
cable. Fuck these bitches.
And it was like I had tunnel vision. All I saw at the end was RuPaul with the crown. And
Wow.
I didn't see anything else around me.
And it did work out. Now, it seemed like it was quite a tense season. And like, I mean, in retrospect, we sort of all forget the details of every season. But there was a lot of friction between you. And I guess when you won, you felt like it was a little bit controversial that you won?
I didn't think it was. The rest of the world thought it was.
Who was second? Who was first runner-up that year? I don't even remember.
Raven.
Oh, it was Raven. So it was a good match. It's a hardcore competition.
Yes, yes.
So you get the crown, you get the money. How much was the money that year?
It was $25,000.
$25,000. So do you feel like you want to go knock the other winners on the head and take the $75,000 you're owed back from them?
I don't think so. Because I think within that first year of me winning, I made what they make when they win that night.
Right.
I made with them bookings and stuff like that.
So this really did change your life.
Yes.
I mean, you went there with $6 and you left,
I left with
$25,000. Where were you at when that happened? Because you literally came sleeping on the floor, trying to do all this stuff, and suddenly, how many, like a month later, everything had changed. What was that like?
It was fun. It was, I went, after Drag Race, I went back to that situation. So, and I stayed there until, I would say, maybe 8 months, almost a year, because we filmed in July of 2009.
Right.
And it wasn't announced until April of 2010. And so I didn't get the check until April of 2010.
Oh my God. So that's another hard situation.
Yes. And I had to hold in the secret and just stay focused and keep it up. So every time like I would get hate mail and all that stuff from like fans of the show, and I'm just in my head like, you bitches, just wait a minute, just wait, I'm gonna prove it. Because I knew that I won, but I couldn't say anything.
Right.
I was like, okay, whatever.
Wow. You've had to say okay, whatever to a lot of things in your life,
A lot
Tyra.
of things I've had to say okay, whatever. It's like water off a duck's back, like Jinx Monsoon said.
Yeah. So you spent those months what did you do? Were you like, I've got to get all my looks in order, I've got to get all my makeup game down?
So after Drag Race, my main focus, because was getting, the moment I got back from Drag Race, I bought a breastplate so that I could give you like more of a real look.
I remember thinking you had your boobs done because that was before I knew about the boobs for queens type thing. I was like, she spent all her money on getting real boobs. And then I realized it was a breastplate, so please go on.
And then I did a couple pageants. Actually, I did one pageant or two. I don't remember. I did some pageants. I was working at the local nightclubs, getting my costumes together, getting wigs and stuff together. And then in February, I started traveling. Once they announced that we were on the show, and after maybe I think the second episode, I got a booking. And I started to travel and enjoy that more. And but my main focus that whole time was saving money. And I flew to San Diego, and then I crossed the border, and I went and like got my teeth fixed, like get all my image and stuff together.
Oh, you got your teeth done. I can't wait to get mine done and Lady Red's done. We need some of that Drag Race money too, Lady Red.
Okay, bitch, I'm gonna get some flippers in a minute.
Oh yes, Tyra, we need to name your teeth doctor because we both need new beautiful teeth. So you got all that, you got that done, and then you started to hit the road. And so that must have been, you're like, see you later, Universal Studios. See you later, Crystal Burger.
When I had to quit my jobs in order to be on Drag Race.
Oh, okay.
So, because they wouldn't I didn't get vacation time or anything like that.
Right.
So I had to get out and make money some other way, which was through drag.
Yeah. And so then it all started going good, and now you were at the same time still raising your son. And how old was he when you won Drag Race?
When I won Drag Race, he was 3, and then he turned 4, like 5 days later. Yeah.
And when was your first conversation that's like, Daddy's a very pretty lady also? What was that conversation, and where did that, when did that start?
Actually, I don't think we've had that conversation.
Oh, really?
No. I think it's just been a part of his life since he was little. Like, before he could talk, he saw me as a woman when I would pick him up. The first time I picked him up, my drag mother was actually babysitting him. And he thinks she is a woman because she's transgender. We still haven't talked about that either. But so when he saw me, he was like just staring at me, and I was like, "It's me." And I was like, he like smiled or whatever, and he just came along. And so I didn't feel like I needed to talk about it because it was just, he was okay with it. And like Jeremiah is very opinionated, and he will tell you if he doesn't like something.
Yeah.
Even now, he still helps out. He tells me all the time, I don't like that dress, or I don't like that hair, or you look weird with the eye shadow on and stuff like that. So, I mean, he does help out.
That's incredible. And so when were you able to get off the road from Drag Race and you were like, son, we're coming, you're gonna come live with Daddy and we're gonna get an apartment? That was all after that first year?
That was, yes. That was December 2010. And we had relocated to Atlanta. Like I was done with all the touring, and I was able to like actually get him, and we headed towards the ATL.
And what was that moment like? I mean, you had been fighting and battling and like saying, okay, whatever, to so many things in your life. When you finally got to that point, what was that? What were you feeling?
It was a relief. As far as my personal life at home, it was easy. I was able, if I saw something and I wanted to buy it, I was able to do it. If he wanted something and he was able to get it, it's stress-free. You don't have to worry, like you're not waking up thinking, oh my God, like let me go flip this light switch to make sure the lights are still on,
right,
or stuff like that. Like it was just at ease and happy.
That's amazing. Yeah. And so what are your plans? What's next? We saw you, was DragCon kind of like, you're like, all right, I'm coming out of hiding, gotta dust off my wigs, brush it out, and get over here and show these children I'm still here.
Yes, it was the first year for DragCon, which was really exciting. I had a lot of fun. I can't wait for next year. And then we filmed the finale for Drag Race Season 7, which was even more fun. And then during that time being here, I'm like, hey, I need to be here. If I want my career to go anywhere, I need to be here. So my son now is going to go stay with his mom in Boston, and I'm relocating here this summer.
Wow, welcome to Hollywood, Tyra. Yes. And what are your dreams? What do you want to do in the next year? Do you want to do music? Do you want to do a little World of Wonder series? Like, what kind of stuff are you interested in?
I don't think I should do music. As much as I want to sing, I'm not really a great singer.
Okay.
And I can admit that.
All right.
I would love to do stuff with World of Wonder. But my main goal, I want to take acting classes. That's been my dream all my life, to be an actor. I didn't grow up saying I'm going to be a drag queen, but I mean, acting came in this form, so now I have to take it as this and run with it. And so I'm going to take some acting classes for Tyra and Jaymes and learn more, and hopefully you'll see me in a movie soon or a TV show.
Or somewhere where you've started already on this low budget shit right here. Hey Qween, starring you. You did a good job.
Thank
Tyra,
you.
It's been great to talk to you.
Thank you
I'm really
so
glad
much.
that you've made it through. You have to go through a lot of shit to get where you are, but you're on the way up. Tyra, you're the greatest.
Thank
You've turned
you.
it so fiercely that you snatched a trophy on it. Yeah. And Tyra, just in case you still have some wanderings for the ladies, I'm gonna get you all gay around here with a double lap dance.
What?
Yeah! It's good, Tyra, yes. Oh, Tyra, it's a lot of white chocolate for you right there. Yeah, Tyra. These white boys wanna prove something to you, Tyra. They wanna make it good. Oh, wow, Tyra likes it. Sheila, for the season finale, you get a double lap dance, Tyra. Yeah! Lady Red, take us out with the Black Lady Screaming.
Thank you, guys.
Hey Qween, hey Qween, hey Qween,
Yeah!
hey Qween, hey Qween.
Yeah, thank you, Lady Red. Thank you very much, Tyra. Thank you, audience, for watching the show all season. It's been an incredible season. It's not over yet, though, because we'll be talking to Tyra Sanchez in the Look at Her after show, and we'll still have little bonuses and all sorts of fun stuff for you coming out. But we'll see you next season on Hey Qween. Bye, honey.
Hey,